Hey everybody, welcome in. Welcome to Turbo Boy 98. I hope everyone's having a great weekend. Thank you for the love and support, like always, and thank you for coming out.
Hey, baseball fans, this is Chris Singleton, and welcome to the show.
New York.
Welcome. Here's the second baseman, Joe Pickett, 5th in home runs in the National League right now. Now move to first, and he's back in safely.
Atta boy, way to be safe. Please don't get picked off.
First pitch, not close.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or run and hit.
Hey, Berkeley, how are you, buddy? How you doing?
Mitchell leads
Happy
off first
Sunday.
with 2
How's
down
your
to the
Sunday
inning.
going? How's your weekend going, buddy? Welcome in.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. Hammered on
Base
a
hit,
line to
let's
the
go.
left. Base hit.
Oh,
Throw in holds
he's
the
gonna
lead
stop
runner
a
at second. 2 on now with 2 away.
Batting fifth, the shortstop.
Here's Manny Machado now. 0 for 1 so far.
Yeah, I'm good.
Chris Logan Webb, a Northern California guy, but he grew up a fan of the Oakland A's. He grew up going to both teams' games, Giants and A's, but his dad was an Oakland fan, so he loved the Tim Hudson, Bobby Crosby, Stephen Vogt team. The throw in time to get him, and that does it for the inning. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. We move on to the bottom of the
Your
inning.
shout out.
Runners on the corners with 1 gone. Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. On the ground to the left.
Ooh.
And foul ball.
Put a good swing on it. Here we go.
And now the 0-1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
The pitch. Stays alive. Runners are at the corners, 1 away. Next pitch is outside.
Off the plate. Good eye, good take.
He's right here one time.
And he chases that
Oh,
one.
got me.
Huge
Nasty
strikeout
pitch.
there.
Well, this is where the team aspect really comes into play on the
So 2 down. Jason Dominguez stepping
was
in
a
now for the
nasty
Yankees.
pitch.
He reached on a walk his first time. Ground ball right side.
Got it, got it, got it. Got him.
Throw to first. And that is that. So they go quietly there. On now to the bottom of the. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Joe Pickett.
Joe Pickett.
Oh, please.
Out towards left center.
Oh, 2
Dominguez
underneath it.
drifts towards it. He's got it. And there's 2 away. So 2 on with 2 away. Edmundo Sosa stepping in now for the Yankees. 2-2 now. And he hits a ground ball right side. Pickett. And that is that. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Joe Pickett.
See it driving. See it driving.
And a foul ball.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
And a pitch. Grounder might be 2. Slings to second, and that's 2.
Got the batter to hit it.
He read it like a book.
3-2 the final score for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Yankees.
1 down. Joe Pickett will hit next. 5th in home runs in the National League right now.
Hey, stay hot now, kids. Stay hot up there.
That's out to center field.
Base hit. Base
He
hit.
gets
Let's
down
go.
a base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and 1 out.
Batting fifth.
And that knock bumps his hitting streak into double digits, Chris. He's hitting 10 straight.
Yeah, and on a nice
10
trajectory,
games.
average
10
going up,
games.
OBP, everything he's doing at the plate right now just seems to be working.
Base is empty with 2
Look at
away.
it. No
Joe
dig a dig.
Pickett getting
Got
ready
to
to
bag
hit.
it
1
up.
for 1 with a single so far. Fouled off. He was late. Pickett in his 5th season, 24 years old, and he's a former Gold Glove Award winner. That one ripped left
Let's
field.
go.
That's
It's
back
turbo
there.
time. Let's freaking go.
And
Get
it's
the
into the
party started.
bleachers. Out of
Yeah, we're
here.
up 3-1.
So he leaves
Let's
the
go.
yard to left, and they add a run. It's 3-1.
Let's go. Bye, bye, bye.
Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ball.
And that's how you crush the baseball, my friends. Let's go.
1st and 3rd, 2 away. Here's the catcher, Ben Wortvet. To the right side, and that's a base hit. In comes the runner from 3rd, and now they trail by 1.
Big time at bat
That's my
right there.
fault.
Comes through.
Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. He's already homered in this game.
I'm 2 for 2.
And first offering is fouled off. Gilbert leads off first with 1 away.
Let's go.
And ball 1.
Off the plate.
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground.
that was bad.
Sosa has a beat on it.
That was bad. That did not look like a pop-up
Makes the
pitch,
catch.
but okay.
And there are 2 down. Man at second here with 2 away. And next will be the cleanup hitter.
They're gonna
Joe
walk me.
Pickett. He's
They're
already
gonna
homered here
walk
in this
me.
one. Intentional
They're gonna
walk here
walk me
with 2
'cause they're
out.
scared of
They
me,
set up a
guys.
force at any base to end the inning. How big a deal is that walk?
I don't think it's a big deal.
Back here at the ballpark, all set for the start of the inning. Here's the third baseman, Edmundo Sosa.
Nobody here, nobody.
Here's the 0-2. Bounce to the right side. On the run,
Got
throw
it.
to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Deceptive slider right there. Stayed in the tunnel.
2 outs, bases full. James Triantos stepping in now for the Yankees. The 0-1. That one the other way. They
Got it.
take the force out. That's out number 3. And the Yankees lead. Now Correa up to hit. Trying to deliver as the hero.
Shut him down now. Here we go. Shut him down.
On the ground, right
And he's
side.
not going to be the hero. We're going to win this game 4-3. Let's go.
Ball game. And the Giants strand the go-ahead run to hold on for the win.
You can still feel the energy in this ballpark. What a great fit.
2 out of 3. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, guys. That's what I'm talking about.
Inferences drawn from season statistics can sometimes illuminate potential.
Going to Houston.
Stepping in, Joe Pickett.
happy
Good power.
Spain.
Not great in the OBP department. On the ground to third. That's a base hit.
Let's go.
Run scores.
RBI single. We're up 1-0. Let's go. Let's go.
Well, clearly he was ready to hit right there. Just found a way to slap that ball down the third baseline. That's really excellent back control, and it kind of goes back to all those drills you see hitters do off the tee where it's placed in different spots. That was just nice.
So up next,
The batter,
Santiago
number 6.
Espinal.
Second baseman, Santiago Espinal.
Santiago.
Gets under it and pops it up. And the infield fly rule call.
Yeah.
So runner at second, 2 down. Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit.
Hey, get your pitch.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
That's a laser
go.
base hit. Gilbert
Let's
around
go.
third. The throw is offline and he's in to score. And they lead by
Let's
2.
go.
What an aggressive secondary lead. That ball was smoked to left. To be able to score from second, not only great speed, but great instinct as well.
Matthew Barefoot up next for the Astros. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. Bounce to the left side. Good feed. That's 1. And that's 2. Nothing doing for the offense that time. So 2 away with nobody on. Joe Pickett digs in now.
Hey,
Outfield
Blackie,
playing
how are you,
very
bro?
deep,
How you
not
doing?
wanting anything over their heads.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Your pitch up there.
How's your weekend? How's your Sunday going?
There's a swing and a miss.
One strike.
Holla duty.
The 0-2. Got him swinging.
Ooh, got me.
So no runs.
I knew it's gonna land in the strike
And
zone. I
digging in
just
for
didn't
San
know where.
Francisco, Joe Pickett.
All right. 2 for 3.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Giants digging into their numbers have to be happy with the swings they're taking. We've heard lots of loud noise coming from their bats in this one, haven't we? I mean, they've logged 6 hits at 90+ exit velocity, and that doesn't happen by accident.
Oh, big guy. See a driver right here.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Come on, give me a pitch to hit, man.
And a swing and a miss, and 1 out now.
I'm doing good. Weekend has been good.
Back
so
here in
far.
Houston,
Relaxed
and
enough
now the
to run back to
DH,
play.
Matthew Barefoot.
Oh, it sounds
He's
good.
someone that you
Are you
might not
streaming
describe
now?
as having elite level speed, but
You're
he
streaming,
can
I'll come
absolutely
check you
move,
out.
and it is a factor in his game. Kicks and deals. Bounced up the middle. Tosses to first. And a quick out, number 1.
First
I'm
of all,
trying
that's
to
just a
stream
nice job
less
to even
for a
get to
little
that
bit.
ball, and then even
My
more
other
impressive
job
was the
this week,
throw.
I got
Off
40
balance,
hours
had to
this
try to
week,
in the
so I'm
air,
gonna-
get his shoulders
I'm
turned,
gonna
and
be
make a
exhausted
strong
by
throw.
Saturday.
Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength from the shortstop.
And a pitch. Hard hit, right side. In plenty of time to first. Out, number 2.
The batter, number 6.
And here is Joe Pickett. Here comes a pitch.
Look, this guy's definitely a plus runner, but what I love about him is that he goes all out every single time, never takes a break. It's guys like that, even though they don't have the elite speed, the fact that they're consistent with it, they make moves on the base paths.
Out to short. Throws to first. One up, one down.
Now batting, the shortstop.
And a 7-1 finish in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi saying so long.
13 hits, 1 error.
Oh, okay.
Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Runner on the go. High in the air, out to right. Tucker should have it. He makes the grab, and there's 2 away. And digging in for San Francisco, Joe Pickett. 0 for 1 with a flyout. That's to third.
Dang, man.
Throw is low, and he can't pick it.
Let's go. That's an error, but I'm on base, so let's go.
Jake.
So 2 down. Here's Nathaniel Lowe. His first at bat was a strikeout.
Well, I
On
hope
the
you
ground,
win on
right
your Call of
side,
Duty.
Pickett.
Thank you for stopping by.
Slings to
Got it.
first, out with room to spare, and that's the inning. So digging in, Joe Pickett.
Let's get it.
Strider back to work. Swing and a miss, and he got him to chase.
Boom, that's cheddar, baby.
I don't know if I like this.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Tucker really on his horse for it. Flashes the leather on the running catch. And there's 1 down.
Every day during batting practice,
Wow.
these out.
So 1 out with 2 aboard at the plate. Joe Pickett. First offering misses the mark.
At the dish,
plate.
looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
Swung on, belted.
Oh, get up
That
and get
one's
going.
deep.
Get up and get going. Let's
And
go.
that ball is
Turbo
gone.
time. Let's freaking go.
His 19th home run of the year. Just like that, they move in front. It's 7-4. Singy, he's got a nice hitting streak going, and he extends it another game with that swing.
So locked in right now, Boog, and clearly it's not like he's just stringing singles together during this streak.
Let's go.
A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed
434
on it
feet.
and got all of it.
So digging in, Joe Pickett. He's already homered in this game. And the right-hander back to work. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Hicks, a 6'2 righty, 220 pounds, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2015. He swings and fouls one off.
That looked like a good rip on it, too.
One time right here.
0-2, or 1-1.
Swing and a miss.
That's
1-2.
Slider.
Clearly he was sitting on a fastball right there and just ended up out in front of the slider. Hey, you can't fault him for his commitment. Now he's just going to have to battle with 2 strikes.
In the dirt. Lee whips it to first. Now one gone in the ninth. Now it's going to be Matthew Barefoot. 1 for 3.
He had some good names in this game.
Right side. Pickett to first.
Got him.
And the leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
The left fielder, number 1.
This one finishes with a final of 7-4. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Sciambi. Talk to you soon. Here's the veteran outfielder, Pedro Leon. Good defender. He's been inconsistent offensively. The second baseman, Joe Pickett. The second baseman, Joe Pickett, went deep in the ball game last night.
Joe Pickett.
The wide to kick the pitch. And downstairs.
Ooh, good pitch.
1 ball, no strike.
This one smoked out to left.
Base hit.
Wilson
Let's go.
makes the grab on
Oh,
the
he
run.
caught that? That looked like a base hit.
Next is the designated hitter, Brock Jones. The 0-1. Ground ball could be 2. Pickett to second. There's 1. Throw to first, but he beat it. And stepping in for the Astros, Santiago Espinal worked a walk in his first trip to the plate.
Hit it to me. Hit it to me. Let's go.
On the ground right side, and that one finds its way
I wasn't over
through.
there.
So a runner aboard to start the inning.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just
Let's
hope it
turn
finds a
2.
hole.
Hey, double him up. Let's go.
On the ground to second, might be 2. Over to
Got
Luciano.
him.
Turns it onto first.
Let's
on the
go.
play. Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. Javier with a move to first.
Safe.
And he's back
Safe,
safely.
safe, safe. Come on.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or run and hit.
Well struck left field. Hits the top of the wall. Cut off, throw to second. The tag, and that's out number 3, inning over. So the Giants leave 1. Still no score.
It still counts as a hit, though.
Pedro Leon up next for the Astros.
And
Dang.
Boog, I'd say he's due.
I was trying to get a double out of that.
Hey, come on. We got to hold him right here.
And he grounds one to the right side.
Got him.
Tosses to first, and that's the
Let's
inning.
go.
2 left for the Astros. Here's the second baseman, Joe Pickett, 1 for 2. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1 ball, no strike. Let's go now. 1 time.
Righty delivers. That's ripped into the outfield. Oh, he gloves it. Safe. And they take the lead.
Let's go.
The tag,
Double.
and that's out number 3, inning over. They get a run on 2 hits, no errors, and a man left. Part of the order. No outs. Runner at first. Jeremy Pena now at the plate. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Tucker gets his lead at first. Nobody out.
Well, up 1-0. That's what I like to see. That my base say drove in that run.
Swing and a ground ball out to short. Sneaks through. Base
What the
hit.
heck?
Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Oh
You
man, you
gotta
guys
roll over
really
on this pitch a little bit.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Joe Pickett.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
And a pitch. On the ground to short.
Oh, that
Pena.
didn't do it.
And oh no, it's out of play. Just a terrible throw there.
I get into second easily.
For
Let's
the
go.
offense, that's basically as good as a leadoff double. You got a man in scoring position. Great chance to put something on the board
Man,
right
he
now.
threw
So
that.
we'll see how they
Whoa.
approach it. On the mound, he's feeling some early pressure that he's got to try to work through. I'd say you're lying if you say you don't feel a 5-game losing streak. This W definitely helps them relax a little bit and take some
Wow.
losing.
Dude, I can't beat. Work on some more T-draws. We're playing the Miami Marlins. We got a lot of home games before the All-Star break. Jeez. Still have a bad record, though.
Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. 4th on the National League home run leaderboard. That misses.
Good
1-0.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can.
Perez, one of the best strikeout pitchers in the game, and that certainly is a benefit to him when he's in a spot like this. The pitch. Swing and a foul straight back.
Thank you. Appreciate the time. How you doing today?
Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field.
That's an RBI sack fly,
Brings
baby.
it in. Runner tagging from third. Throw
Let's go.
is offline, and he scores. And it's 1-0.
Well, he's always capable of losing one over the
1-0
fence. He might have
Giants,
just
baby.
missed it
Let's
right
go.
there, but a good job to drive in that run from third.
Here's Nico Horner. He's 1 for
1-1.
1. Led off the game with a single.
1-1.
Right-hander kick steals. On the ground.
Got him.
Inning over, and it could have
Got
been
him.
worse. 1 out. Runner at second. Alex Kirilloff, the next up for the Marlins. He's 0 for 1.
Here we go, boys.
Up the middle, Pickett.
Got him. Got him. Got him.
And he beats the
Go.
throw. He's
Easy.
saved.
I beat him.
Tough play and a nice backhand
Bang.
stop. Had to be perfect with the exchange and throw to get the out, but it looked like he
You
had to
gotta
dig in there a
learn
little
how to
deeper, like he was
throw
trying
on
to
the
get a
run,
split
my
finger
character.
grip or
Come on,
something.
geez.
Close play, but that little
Can't
extra time
stop
on the
and
transfer
throw all the time.
made all the
Playing
difference.
teams
Now
that
batting
got big
Jaron
speed.
Duran. He struck out swinging at his first at bat.
You need to really
Webb
work
back
on
to work.
MLB. I hope next year MLB they
Ground
work
ball
on
right
all this
side.
stuff. Got him.
And one gone in the fourth as they get the leadoff man.
Now batting.
Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Joe Pickett. Drove in a run with a
still
sac
pitch.
fly his first time up. Hammer,
Base
base
hit.
hit.
And I can only stay at first base. Got it in quick.
And for him, that's 2 solid weeks with the
The
hit in every
shortstop.
game. I mean, he's
14,
running his hitting
baby.
streak to 14, and let me tell you,
Let's
that's no
go.
easy task. This guy's grinding out at bats. He's figuring out ways to put the ball in play and just
2
as
week
well do it
hitting
with some
streaks,
authority.
what I'm looking at, baby. Let's go.
Here's Alex Kirilloff. 1 for 2. Kicks and fires.
Let's go.
On the ground, right side. Gets it to first.
Got it.
1 away here in the 5th.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there, just rolled over it. Got
Random.
Here's Sean
Welcome
Murphy.
in, buddy. How you
This
doing?
is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing, but it's that big arm that really stands out. And the pitch. Bounce to the right side. In plenty of time to first. Out number 3. 1 left for Miami.
What are
So
you
2
doing?
down.
Playing Call
Joe
of Duty?
Pickett, the next Giant to hit.
good swing out of him last time. Ripped a liner into center.
Swing and a base hit. Around first and hustling for second. The tag, and that's out number 3.
Yeah,
Inning over.
I was trying to see if I could get it in. I should have probably stayed up first, but I tried.
And now it's Ahmed Rosario. Two outs. To the right side. Pickett. Tosses to first. Third out. So it's no runs up.
How you
Joe
doing, Random?
Pickett will hit next.
Walk me. Let's go. I know you want to. You're scared of me.
He gets the intentional walk here,
You're
and now
scared of
forced
me,
at any
that's
base
why.
with 2 gone. Lane
Yeah.
James, the next to hit.
It didn't work, did it? Because we're now up 8-3.
And he hits a ground ball right side.
Got him.
Whips it to first. And that's the third out. Down in Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit.
Bases
Outfield
loaded.
playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. The 0-1. Line drive, base hit right field. Not in time. He's safe.
Let's go.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Okay, grand slams, get a base hit and drive in those RBIs. They're good
So
too.
1 out, nobody on. And here's the first
With
baseman, Alex
domination, this
Kirilloff.
team. 14-3, baby. Let's go.
0-1 now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Swing and a ball ripped out towards right center field. That'll touchdown for a
jeez.
hit. And that's going to roll to the wall.
Come on.
Round
get
second,
in there.
digging for third. And he's got himself a triple.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that.
14-4 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Hello, baseball fans, and welcome. 4th of July baseball coming at you. It's the Miami Marlins taking on the San Francisco Giants. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now, and towing the slab, Ken Waldichuk. And Singy, he likes pitching at home.
Well, Boog, maybe a little pedestrian there in terms of the ERA, but with those numbers, you expect to be in a ball game and have an opportunity to win. And really, that's all his teammates can ask for. So we'll see if he's able to be consistent in this one.
And the right-hander deals on the ground to third.
Dang.
Whips it across, and that is that. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Joe Pickett.
Dang, we're losing.
Back to work.
5-0.
Swinging a foul straight back.
Well, these Giants, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
And the 0-2.
Ball. Well, that's kind of what you expect in an 0-2 count. Excellent job of the hitter to have the plate discipline to lay off of that pitch.
In the dirt. Whips
I'm
it to
unfortunately playing with the wheel again.
Oh, that's a curve.
Oh yeah, I got Forza 5.
Runner
I
first with 2
downloaded
away.
it.
Now it's the second baseman, Joe Pickett. This one in the air right field. Laureano settles under it. That is the inning.
One down.
Man at first, Ramon Laureano. The next up for the Marlins. 1 for 3. Here's a 2-2. Now a slow roller to second. And it finds its way through for a hit. The throw to third, in there safely.
Well, just a classic case of finding a hole.
So here's Murphy now. Right side. Pickett. Tosses to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third.
The first baseman, number 19, Alex Kirilloff.
Joe Pickett digs in now.
Second baseman.
And a little something extra at stake in this at bat as he's hitless so far with his hitting streak in jeopardy.
Hey, like you can up there, huh?
That's towards center. James sizes this one up. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 down.
Dang, there goes my hitting streak.
Final score here today, 10-3 for Chris Singleton and our entire crew. I'm
That's
John
okay.
Shelby
I'll
saying
get
so
another
long.
one going.
First for the victorious Miami.
I always do.
So 2 down. Here's the second baseman, Joe Pickett. One of the best RBI guys in the game this year. Right now, second in the NL. And there's a foul ball.
I'm second in the NL of RBIs, guys. You heard that.
Arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
Ooh, good pitch. We please?
Runner leads away at second. And 1-2.
Off the plate.
The idea was right. Looking to locate that fastball up and in. He just missed his spot a little bit.
Yeah.
The 1-1 is fouled off. Gilbert at second with 2 down.
Come on, baby. See you driving. Let's go.
Pitch misses. And it's 2-2.
Gotta work the count, man. Gotta work the count sometimes.
Man on second, 2 down. Still 2-2 after the foul ball.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Righty to the plate. That one missing inside. Marco Luciano in the on-deck circle.
You're gonna have to come in, or you're gonna have to walk me. I don't know.
In the air, right field.
He came
Laureano
in a
settles
little
under
bit,
it.
but I got underneath
Drops
it.
into the glove, and that'll do it. Here's Ramon Laureano. 3 for 9 of the series coming in. Bennett back to work.
I might should play that Forza 5
On the
with
ground, right side, Pickett.
I should see what
Gathers
it's all
and
about.
throws to first. And Laureano is retired. Here's Sean Murphy. 2 for 8 in the series so far.
2 for 8.
And he grounds one to the right side. Sends it to first.
Out.
And there's 2 down. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Joe Pickett. Good eye right there. Pickett goes 5 feet 11 inches, 210 pounds, and he's a former National League Gold Glover. That misses the zone. 2 balls, no strikes to count.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
And the righty deals. In the air to left center. Racing makes the catch. 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop, Marco.
Runner at first with 2 away. Laureano comes up
to
the hit.
Drop.
He's 0 for 1. To the right side, Pickett.
Got him.
Over to first, and Laureano is retired. That ends the Marlins leave 1. 1 out, base is empty. Here's Alex Kirilloff. Grounded out his first time up. On the ground right side, Pickett. Fires over to first. Now 2 out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of.
Now it's the second baseman, Joe Pickett.
Alright. I need to get a hit.
Ball 1, no strikes.
Hey, see you to rip
Mitchell off of first with 2 away.
X my ass. Dude, you're on the bottom of the list.
There's a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Pickoff move to first. Mitchell back on a dive. And a 1-1. Smash down the left field line. Pulls it in on the run.
Dang.
And the inning is over. 1 left for San Francisco, but they lead at 3-0.
Happy Sunday. Appreciate everyone. Thank you. Appreciate you
Jimmy
stopping
Santos,
by.
the next up for the
Let me give you a shout out real
Marlins.
quick.
1 for 2.
After this play here, I'll give you one.
On the ground, out to short. On the run, sends it over to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. So they strand a pair. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the 5, 6, 7 slots due up. It's the Giants 3 and the Marlins nothing. Reed Trimble, the next up for the Marlins.
Appreciate you stopping by. Happy Sunday to you too.
2-2. On the ground, a second, might be 2. There's 1, and a run scores on the double play. So digging in, Joe Pickett. Turned on, but that's foul down the 3rd baseline.
I missed it. That would have been a great pitch to get an RBI.
0-1
Come
down.
on, man.
In the air, left field, down the line. Trimble hauls it in, 1 away. Go ahead run on base. And now here is Ahmed Rosario. 1 for 3. Ground ball up the middle, and it finds its way through for a hit. Here comes the throw.
Comes through with the RBI. Fastball.
So up next, Joe Pickett trying to deliver as the hero.
What spot? Here you go now. Come on now. 1 time.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
Ripped down the line, way back there. It's got a chance, and it is foul.
Oh, wow. That was so close to ending this one. Man, just bent into foul territory at the last second. I'm telling you, it can be tough to refocus and get back into the rest of this at bat, but he's got to find a way to do it right here.
2 outs. Both the tying and winning runs are on.
Hey, right guy, right spot. No one better up there.
Next pitch misses, and that's ball 1.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. The tying and go-ahead runs are left aboard as this one is over.
Well, this is a big win on the road and going extras in.
Dang. Milwaukee. Alright, let's see what we can do against this team.
Next for Milwaukee, Mariano Montez. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon. That one the other way. Pickett. On to first. And that is the third out of the inning. Henry Metz up now for the Brewers. Right now with the 5th most RBIs in the NL. On the ground. Pickett. And quickly one away in the second. And the batter now, Joe Pickett. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And first offering is fouled off. The pitch. That one out to right. That's down. One hops off the wall. The throw in. Close play, but in there.
Everything came together for him. Runner in scoring position now, and a good opportunity to push across the first run of the ball game.
And up next for the Giants, Joe Pickett.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Still only one out here in the inning.
Big hit right here. Here we go.
And that one fouled off. Swing and a bouncer. Black. He's out. And now the right fielder, Henry Metz. Grounded out his first time. The 0-1. Up the middle, Pickett. Throws to first. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw. Off balance, had to try to in the air get his shoulders turned and make a strong throw. Does show off the strength of the arm. We're usually used to seeing that kind of arm strength.
2 outs, nobody on. Joe Pickett getting ready to hit. That one fouled off.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a very positive sign for him and for his team.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. The throw in. And he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning. Man at first, Mariano Montez. Up now for the Brewers.
Beautiful swing in his last at bat. Opposite field knock.
On the ground to third. And that one handled. Goes to second for 1. And that's 2.
I think there's always something.
So the bases are loaded here. 1 man gone. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Joe Pickett. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. First offering misses the mark.
2 walks in the inning already, and he just doesn't seem comfortable out there. Like he can find the right mechanics and then repeat them.
Next pitch is popped up.
Oh, I should have let it go. Dang. Should have let it go.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long. And now Mariano Montez 2 hits for him in yesterday's game. The pitch. On the ground, right side, Pickett. That's out number 2. So here's the cleanup hitter, Joe Pickett, 3rd in the NL in RBIs this year. The pitch. And a big swing and a miss. Center field, number 12, has this one sized up, makes the grab, 1 down. Man at second with 1 away. Next to hit, Joe Pickett. Hit it well, but flied out to the deepest part of the outfield his first time. Hit hard, that gets through. Baddoo around 3rd.
That's an RBI.
He'll score easily, and they trail by 1.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
Next for the Brewers, Oswald Peraza.
Hey, the play's at 2. Let's roll it up.
The pitch. On the ground, could be 2. To second, there's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Man at first with 1 gone. Here's the Brewers DH, Henry Metz. He's 0 for 1.
One down.
The 1-2. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Luciano over to second, and that's 2. So 2 away with nobody on. And up next for San Francisco, Joe Pickett, 1 for 2. Out into left center for a line drive base hit.
Another multi-hit game for him. He's been really hot lately. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get.
Bases loaded with 1 away. And now the center fielder, number 12. Bounce to the right. Pickett. On to second. They get 1.
Throw the damn baseball, man.
So digging in,
Jeez.
Joe Pickett.
Catch it and throw it. It's not that hard.
He's coming to you.
My goodness.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Painting the corners, working on the edges, and changing speed.
There's a swing and a
Get up and
drive.
get going. Get up and get
And
going.
that one is off the wall.
Get in
Peraza
there.
relay to second. Not in time. It's a double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here, but once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way. It seemed like from the first pitch of this ball game, this guy was going to get it done. A quality start. Who knew he'd throw a complete game and get the victory? But an excellent job of continuing to just throw what the catcher put down. He navigated through this.
Henry Metz up now for the Brewers. 6th in the NL in RBIs. 1-2 now. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Zips it across, and 2 away now. Joe Pickett now at the plate. Collected 3 hits in the loss yesterday. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
And that one fouled off.
Well, lots of pitches thrown in this first inning. It's kind of that nightmare scenario for starting pitching. But you know what? It's still early enough. He can settle in. He can get some length if he just cleans up his mechanics a little bit.
Swings and misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Let's go.
Kicks and deals. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. He swung over top of the curveball. Giants leave one. Scoreless after one. So digging in, Sal Frelick. Bunting for a hit, first base side. And he takes it himself for the out. Well, he gave the bunt a shot there. So the lineup flips over. Next to hit, Oswald Peraza. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. Now the 0-1. On the ground, right side. Pickett. The throw to first, and that is that. And now the first baseman, Owen Miller. 0 for 1 so far. Webb back to work. To the right side, Pickett. In plenty of time to first, and a quick out, number 1.
Well, he's doing a nice job.
Joe Pickett, the next to hit, struck out swinging his first time. And the slider just misses.
As a pitcher, you know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit's probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Let's go.
And that one hammered
It's turbo
down the line. If it's fair, it's gone, and that is out of here.
Let's go.
An absolutely majestic shot. Home run number 20 on the year. It's 2-1.
Moonshot.
That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
And now it's going to be number 12. Doubled his first time up. One attempt. Popped up. Shiner makes a nice grab at a full sprint. Now the number 2 hitter, Tyler Black. Bounced up the middle. It's through for a hit. And that extends the inning.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes.
Here's the second baseman, Joe Pickett. He's already homered here in this one. And a pitch. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Let's go.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Joe Pickett. He's already homered in this game.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove.
I beat
to
it
first,
up.
and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
Base hit again. Let's go.
Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting. Run.
You got 3 hits, 2 base hits, and a home run. I'm happy with that. I am happy with that.
He's been selected for his first home run derby. For more, let's bring in MLB Network insider John Paul Morosi. JP, what makes the home run derby so special, and why is it such a big part of All-Star Week festivities?
I love the home run derby because it's given us so many great moments while also showcasing.
I didn't make it into the All-Star, but I did make it to the All-Star game again. I'm a 3-time All-Star now. Let's go.
Joe Pickett digs in now. The wind of the pitch. Good eye right there. Shane Bieber, former 4th-round pick out of UC Santa Barbara. He's won a Cy Young Award, the pitching Triple Crown, and became the first pitcher in Cleveland history to win a Gold Glove. Not bad.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised by that last one being the first one to win a Gold Glove with the great pitchers that they've had over time in Cleveland.
And that chance handled. Slings to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third.
From the Milwaukee Brewers.
One gone, runner at first. Now Joe Pickett. He's 0 for 1. Throw over to first, and he dives back in safely. And a foul ball.
Base
Slice the
hit,
other
let's
way.
go.
That's a base hit. They get it in quickly. So first and second, now 1 out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Anthony Santander at the plate. He reached on a walk his first time. Bunting for a hit.
Let's go get him.
He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. So they make.
Yeah.
Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Joe Pickett. 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Pickett goes 5 feet 11 inches, 24 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. And the pitch. Way out front for strike 2.
Ahead 0-2 in the count. Sure, you've got 4 pitches you can work with, but throw something you can command and get this at bat over with as quickly as possible.
Rips one to right, and it stays fair. And that rolls into the corner. Miranda rounds second on his way to third. And that's a double. Arise with a relay home, and he's out. Cut down, and that ends the inning.
Always exciting to see a play at the plate. Trying to score with 2 outs, but the tag just gets him in time. And they.
Joe Pickett will hit next.
Showed a really nice opposite field approach in his last at bat.
In there for strike 1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to continue finish off this hitter.
At the belt and fires. And a swing and a miss there.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Hey, clutch up right here.
And a base hit into right center field. 1 run across. Runner holds at third, so just 1 across on the play. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball. Well, this was a tightly played game. Got a little of everything. Some timely hitting, runs.
Let's go. That's in the All-Star game. 1 double, 2 hits. I want 3-hit game, baby. Let's go. Second half starts. We're gonna start our second half against the Tampa Bay Rays. Let's go.
This manager appeals to his hitters to be more discerning at the plate.
We're trying to.
Leading off, Joe Pickett, 4th on the National League home run leaderboard. And there's the strike. Next pitch is popped up.
Damn.
Puts it away for the out. Joe Pickett getting ready to hit. Gilbert back to work. Now a fly ball to right center. Auer settles under it. 1 down. And stepping in for the Rays, Tyler Soderstrom. Flied out his first time.
down here, fellas.
Slowly on the ground to short. Luciano feeds to second. Out there.
Got him.
Double play. What a twin killing to end the inning.
They made.
Runner in scoring position. No outs. Joe Pickett now at the plate. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
Base hit, go.
Line drive, base hit. And they get it in quickly. First and third now with nobody out.
Look, I don't think that pitch would have been called a strike, but he did such a nice job of pulling his hands tight to the body and just getting enough of the barrel on it to be hard enough back up the middle for a knock.
Now it's the second baseman, Joe Pickett, 1 for 3. First offering, and it just misses. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Swing and a line drive slicing into right field. Auer pulls it down. 2 down. 8-2 the final here. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon. And here's the veteran outfielder, Cedric Mullins. 3 hits last night, so he was a big factor in getting that win. And now the lefty. Grounder might be 2. They put the tag on him, and that's 2. Nothing in the Tampa first. Here's the second baseman, Joe Pickett. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. First offering misses the mark. Right side. Auer moving back for this one. Calls it in, and there's 1 away. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Joe Pickett. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Here comes a pitch. Soft contact in the air, and there's a hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. Save!
Let's go. He said unbelievable.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
1-0. Tampa Bay.
And a pitch.
It's just
up the middle.
not our game right now, but got him.
And Bichette is retired.
Up next for Tampa Bay.
So up next, Joe Pickett. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. Pickett goes 5 feet 11 inches, 24 years old, and he won the Silver Slugger at his position in the National League last year. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. They stopped the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So next to the plate for Tampa Bay, Curtis Mead.
Curtis Mead.
2-1. Well, up 2-1
One
now.
down, base is empty. Ground ball right side. Pickett.
Got him.
Yeah, they get the out.
The right fielder, number
1 down. Bo Bichette next to hit for the Rays. 1 for 2. On the ground right side. 4, 6, 3. It's a double play, and that'll do it for the inning. Joe Pickett the next to hit.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Hitter's got some good opposite field power. What I like about something being hit to the right side into the outfield is that the base runner at second has a very good read and can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit.
2 down. Base is full, 2 gone. Now it's the second baseman, Joe Pickett.
Hey, I need you right here. Let's go, kid.
And a base hit up the middle. One runs in. Another comes in to score. And they lead by 3. Well, he delivers in a huge spot right there.
Well, he's so dialed in. I don't think he even realizes how much pressure exists out there. Very easy swing, nice and relaxed.
No outs. Runner at first. Michael Toglia will hit next.
Let's go. I've been hitting wonders.
Tapped softly on the ground. Zips it to first. One out, bottom of the 9th.
Up next for Tampa Bay, the designated hitter.
All game, these guys had to battle with that 10th man. Those fans making a lot of noise, but they took the lead in the 9th inning, quieted things down. Were able to get those final 3 outs in the bottom half as well. Just a very well executed ball game.
One error. They left 17 runners.
Now the Giants 4-hitter, Joe Pickett. One of the stars in the win yesterday, as he had 3 hits. Bradley back to work. And that's in for a strike.
Well, after scoring runs, this is where you're looking for that shutdown inning. Get that hot team back in there to swing the bats.
And that one is lifted in the air. Mullins on his horse. Racing, makes the catch. And there's one down.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. And a sac bunt here. They get the tag on him, and that's the second out. 2 outs with a man at third. And the batter now, Cedric Mullins. Drove in a run with a sac fly his first time up. Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. The run scores from third, and it's 4-0.
Well done. Drives in the run.
And here is Joe Pickett. 0 for 1 with a flyout. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Hey, Steven driving here.
Right-hander kicks, deals. And that one is lifted in the air. Auer in position. And out number 1 on the grab. Luis Arraez stands in. Up the middle. Pickett.
Got him.
1 up, 1 down. Here's the second baseman, Joe Pickett. That's a base hit, and that keeps the inning going.
Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Didn't get cheated on that swing and squared it up perfectly. Came off the bat at 111, and when that's the case, the odds are very much in your favor as a
Now up for Tampa Bay, Luis Arraez.
Here we go, guys.
On the ground, right side, Pickett. Gets it to first. Leadoff man retired in the 6th.
The batter, number 11.
And digging in for San Francisco, Joe Pickett. In the air, right side. Arraez after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there are 2 outs.
Now batting.
Cedric Mullins next to hit for the Rays.
Got 1 down now. 1 down.
To third might be 2. Quickly to second for 1.
Let's go.
And that's 2.
Well, we can never overstate it. Pitcher's best friend right there. Double play, gets out of the jam, saves some pitches.
Jacob
Hey, no one
Melton
down here.
next to hit for the Rays. He's 0 for 1. Left-hand batter waits. Out to short. Luciano to second. A double play. That might send some folks towards the exits. 2 gone.
This is a huge win to take this series on the road before heading back home. Momentum.
Alright guys, we reached that moment as the 7th inning stretch. I'll be right back, guys. Go get yourself a snack, something to eat, a bathroom break. We'll be back shortly. Hey guys, we're back. Look, Train, I appreciate that. We're back, guys, and we're back for more baseball. To the end of the stream, so I hope your 7th inning stretch was good. And we're going to go to Washington and play the Nationals. How about that? They're 37-57. We're 41-53 right now.
Joe Pickett, the
We're
next
going on
Giant
a
to
little
hit.
bit of a
Third
run,
in the NL
guys.
in RBIs this year.
That's what I like to see.
And first offering is fouled off.
He's looking for a ground ball to get a double play
Washington's a
and
little
out of this jam.
difficult, but we'll see what we can do.
And the lefty with the 0-1. That one is absolutely belted. Wood raging back towards the wall. Looking up, makes the catch up against the wall. Tags up from second, and he'll head to third.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps.
So first and second with 2 outs. Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Joe Pickett. He's 0 for 1.
Let's see if we can.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 1.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Next pitch is popped up.
Dang.
Warner drifts towards it. Brings it in for the 3rd out.
Okay, we're 0 for 2.
This is Yasel Antuna. He was hitless at 4 at-bats on Sunday. Bubic back to work. Smoked on the ground a second.
got him.
Tosses to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Batting fifth, the first baseman.
Now it's the rookie first baseman, Joaquin Warner.
Warner.
And he hits a ground ball right side.
You hit it to me, and I throw you
Gathers
out.
and throws to first. And he's out. Now at the plate, Byron Gonzalez. He's 0 for 1.
What he's gonna do? Hit it to me again? Yeah.
Ground ball right side could be 2. Pickett toss to second, over to first, safe.
Good fade and sinking action of that changeup got that hitter to roll over.
Now the Giants 4-hitter, Joe Pickett. Martin back to work.
0 for 2.
That one ripped but foul.
Look out over there.
Comes up empty on the swing. 0-2 now.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
High fly ball out towards left field.
Get going. Get up and get going.
And
Let's
that
go.
one is gone.
Turbo time. Let's freaking go. This
His
game is
21st
tied.
of the year, and we have
Let's
a tie
go.
ball game. It's 6-6.
Let's go. Oh, hey, Queen. Welcome in.
With the low 90s
How you
fastball, you
doing?
have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you
I
don't,
lived on more
you'll get
than the
hit hard.
edges.
Really
That
good
ball
swing
was
there.
down.
Patient, waited for
go.
it. Was like BP.
Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit.
How you doing,
He's already
Queen?
homered
Welcome
here in
in.
this one. And that one pulled foul. Yo, 1. In the air, right field.
It's
Infante gets under it, makes the catch, inning over.
It's caught.
Nothing doing there for San Francisco. This game remains tied at
7-inning
6.
stretch.
And
Now
sure
it's
you
the right
guys
fielder,
follow all these
Sammy
people that
Infante.
are in here
1
that
for
I'm giving
3.
shout outs to are really awesome and amazing streamers. I do ask you guys to do come back and look at
Next
my
pitch is
streams as
popped
well.
up. Pickett. And he'll be safe at first.
Didn't exactly square that one up, but sometimes you don't have to.
One-run game here today. Your final score, 7-6. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks. So 2 down, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Joe Pickett. Went
I
deep in the ball
appreciate
game
everyone
last
that's
night.
coming through, that comes in here, supports me, whether it's on
Tapped at the
Twitch,
plate, but it's a
whether
foul
it's
ball.
looking at my videos on YouTube. I want to take time and thank everybody. I mean, everyone. Base hit,
That's
I'll
a
take
base
it.
hit. Gilbert rounds third, headed for the plate. The
Let's
throw's
go.
offline, he's saved. And it's 1-0.
We
Love
take a
how he let
1-0
that
lead.
ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. And there he goes. And first offering is fouled off.
I'm trying to get some good wood on it.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes again. Strike in there and safe. It's a stolen base.
Well, with that kind of elite arm he has behind the plate, man, it's a pretty big deal when you can swipe a bag against this dude. Maybe more than anything, it prevents teams from just testing him, thinking that they can even steal a base. But right here, they successfully moved that runner up to scoring position. Good job.
Man at second. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
That was a good pitch.
I think the key is arm action on the changeup. When you can sell it like a fastball, you drop the velocity, you get the swing and miss, and you walk off the field.
And now it's Luis Garcia. He's already homered in this game. Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
I think there's always something pretty about watching a 5-4-3 double play get turned. I mean, just seeing the ball whipped around the diamond with quickness and accuracy, that was nice.
Pickett, the leadoff batter, as he swings through it for strike 1. That one hammered center field. Wood ranging back. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Man, I love that route. The ball was smoked.
Now it's the second baseman, Joe Pickett.
Almost drove one out of here last time up. Flied out to the warning track.
Swung on,
Oh,
belted.
that's gone.
That
It's
one
turbo
carrying.
time. Let's freaking go. Let's go.
That should fire up the dugout. His 22nd homer of the year. It's 4-3. He
Let's
sent
go.
the
We
first
took
pitch
the lead,
over the
baby.
wall.
Let's go.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at bat. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolute.
Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit.
Joe Pickett.
And first offering is fouled off. Crawford, 28 years old, a former first-round pick in 2022. Smash to the left side. They get the force, and that'll do it.
That
Nope.
wasn't good. That's all right. That's what happens.
The final run score for the ballgame. For the victorious Washington Nationals, 6 runs, 10 hits.
Standing in is the power-hitting second baseman, Joe Pickett. The wind and the pitch. Fires across the diamond and quickly one away in the second. And now it's Luis Garcia. Struck out looking at his first at bat. The pitch. Swing and a slow roller.
Got
Gives
him.
it to first. One gone, bottom of the third inning. And digging in for San Francisco, Joe Pickett. Lozano back to work. Just missed.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
Hey, have a rip at it up there, huh?
Base hit, and I'll take it.
Base hit. Off to a good start with a leadoff knock.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And now up for Washington, Brady House. He's already homered here in this one. Sing, you talk about a guy that has all the skills. The range is really good, but the arm just stands out, and he makes all the plays. Ripped on the ground to second.
Got him.
To first. That ends the inning. Nothing doing here. Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. 1 for 2. Out towards right center field. Wood under it. Hauls it in, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up.
Joe Pickett getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. Ground ball left side, and it goes just foul.
Hey, make it yours.
That one down the line. Slings it across. That's the third out. Down 1-2. 6-3 our final score. For Chris.
Let's go, guys. It's alright, guys. We'll get them next time. Going to Chicago.
One down. Now here is Joe Pickett, 4th on the National League home run leaderboard. Swinging a foul back. That's out of play.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Stay high up there. Nobody better right now.
Hit in the air, right field. Kjerstad under it. Makes the grab. 2 down. And up next for the Giants, Joe Pickett. Flied to right his first time. On the ground to the left. That's the first out in the top of the 4th. Here's Chavis now. He was a strikeout victim his first time. On the ground, 2 ball. Fires to second for 1, and that's 2. Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. And he swings and misses at the initial offering.
Well, there's a certain point where you have to commit to what you think you see, and he guessed wrong right there. Nasty slider with just terrific bite at the end.
And that is that. So the batting order turns over, and here comes Tommy Edman. Here's a 1-1.
1-1.
Bounce to the right side.
Got him.
Sends it to first, and they get Edman for the out. And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Pete Crow Armstrong. And he grounds one to the right side.
Down it to me, and I throw him out.
Fires over to first. 2 down.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball.
Here's the second baseman, Joe Pickett. Throw to first. Mitchell back in on a dive.
Safe.
And takes low for ball one.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or run and hit.
Swing and a miss. Strike one. Mitchell, the runner at first with 2 gone.
Just leave it in the middle of the plate. That's all you gotta do. Leave it in the middle. That's all you gotta do.
Here's a 1-2. Hit on the ground to the right side. Oh, look at the stop. And very nicely done for the out. Base is empty, 1 away. And it's Michael Chavis at the plate.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
On the ground, right side.
Got him.
Over to first. And they're down to their last out. 7-2 your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon. Digging in, Pete Crow Armstrong. On the ground. And it finds its way through for a hit.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Joe Pickett. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Now the right-hander ready to go. Still no score. And the pitch is outside, ball 1. McKenzie, a former Cy Young Award winner. He features a 4-seam fastball, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. On to Chavis. Leadoff man retired here in the second.
That is big.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Joe Pickett. Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. And a liner out into right center for a base hit. Now he turns and heads for second.
Easy double. I like that. Let's go.
Quickly, and now a runner moves into scoring position as we look for the first run of the ball game.
He's been swinging it really well lately. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. The ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it. Now let's see if they can put up the first run of the game.
Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit.
Really good piece of hitting last time, going to the opposite field.
And first offering is fouled off.
Well, he knows they don't want to give him anything to hit, but when you've got opportunities to drive in runs, you've got to expand the zone. He's capable of going out there and doing damage with it.
That one to first, and it's just foul. That was close. Waylock at
good.
third.
How are you? How's your Sunday
first
going?
with 2
How's
down.
your weekend?
Going to count 1 and 2.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Popped up. Jimenez settles underneath it. Puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. No runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 2 men left stranded. We go to the bottom half of inning number 6, and the Evan Skov, the next Cub to hit. And here it comes.
Good man, just getting
on the ground, right side, 4.
Nice.
Throws to first, and 1 away in the bottom of the 7th.
It's gonna be. It's been good. Thanks for asking. Oh, you're welcome.
Here's Andres Jimenez. He's already homered in this game. 2 on, 1 out. Bounce to third. Nice stop. The throw, but no play, and the bases are loaded. Great effort on that one. Might have saved a run.
Boog, that's staying within his game right there.
Are you
The
playing against
speedster gets the
another
infield single,
player?
and now he's
No,
on
I
base to
play career
Joe
mode.
Pickett, the next Giant
So
to
I'm
hit.
playing against all this.
such
all
a good
these
hitter with
teams.
runners in scoring position. Some guys just take it to another level. For him right now at the plate, it's like everyone else is in slow motion and he's in full speed.
Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. Gilbert on at second with 2 down.
Let's go now.
Swing and a high fly ball down the left field line, but hooking foul.
Looking foul.
And he deals. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
And get your pitch up there. Let's go, kid.
And that's down and away. That one ripped.
Let's go. It's
That ball's
turbo
carried.
time. Let's freaking
And that
go.
one's gone into the bleachers.
Let's go.
He sends it out of here, and they inch closer. It's 8-4. Singing, he's been red hot.
Yeah, another big swing of the bat for him. Man, he is really seeing the ball well in this one. That's exactly the pitch he was looking for. Crushes it and hits it out of the ballpark.
Let's go. Turbo time. No, you play until you want to retire, just like a normal player would.
And now it's Michael Chavis. 1 for 3.
I'm only in my
It's
6th or
interesting
7th
he plays
season,
kind
so
of a power
I'm still a
spot
young kid.
defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
Most people retire when they
Leadoff
play
man
like
is out
18,
here in the 8th.
19, 23 years, 21, 22, something like that.
I don't care if you're a top team
It
or you're a
depends on
middle-of-the-pack
what
team.
they're going
Every
for.
ball club wants to be dominant at home. Winning a game like this just helps to boost the confidence and makes you look
A
forward
long
to coming out
time
again for
ago,
the
I
next one.
became
9-4, our final score.
another
So the
player
Cubs
on
celebrate at the plate.
another MLB. A long time ago, I was actually the home run king. I beat Hank Aaron's record, and then I
Now the
beat Gary
Giants
Bond's
four-hitter,
record.
Joe Pickett. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. Swinging a foul straight
I
back.
finished with like, I think 800 career home runs.
2013 in the playoffs.
time.
You caught one as the Red Sox played the Rays in the division series.
I sacrificed a bracelet. It was my wrist and my hand.
No, there's 163 games.
0-2
Actually,
now.
162 games.
Lifted in the air, right center field.
I did make the All-Star. I
Allen
went 4
makes
for
the
5
catch,
in
and
the
there's one
All-Star
gone.
game, I believe.
That is big.
Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit.
It seems like it's 200 games.
Pitch misses inside, and that is ball 1.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
And that's ripped for a
go.
base hit. And that gets all the way to the wall. Here's the throw. Not in time. He's safe.
Safe.
A run comes into the play.
Let's go.
Picks himself up an RBI. Solid swing from start to end. On time with everything. Really good balance. Nice extension. And he met it out front for the line drive knock.
And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. Flied out his first time.
We're up 2-0. That's what I'm talking about.
The 2-2 now. Hard hit, right side.
Got it.
Tosses to first, and Realmuto is out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the
Base is empty with 2 away. And digging in for San Francisco, Joe Pickett. Swings through that
over
one
the
for
top
strike
of that
1.
slider.
Pickett in his 5th season, 24 years old, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League. 0-2 as he waves at that one.
See, I'm
Well, he's been
24. I'm
aggressive
still
right out of
young.
the box, and a smart pitcher is going to play off of that, especially when you get to 2 strikes.
Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
You see how the catcher wanted that pitch up and in. Wanted to try to tie him up. That's the one thing we're seeing, that high fastball. You have to get it up there because of how hitters have changed their swings.
Ground ball left side. Away to kick the pitch. Now this is in the air down the line. Roederer under this one.
Foul.
Lays out, but he can't squeeze it. And
Nobody
he can't come up with it.
Let's go.
Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or 2 behind.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Joe Pickett. Move to first. Baddoo dives back in safely.
If you're a base runner, you got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
And first offering is fouled off.
Hey, you right now. Here we go.
Next offering is fouled back.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of a double play here.
0-2 now.
Nope. Outside.
Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Schoop makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Well, 1-run game. Now it's the DH, Kevin Alcantara. He's already homered here in this one. Trying to bunt his way on. Shiner takes it to the bag, and they get him trying to bunt for a hit.
Well, these guys just want to keep it rolling right now. You win this series, you got another team.
Got 2 hits though. And against the Pirates.
Joe Pickett digs in now. 9th in the NL in hitting, entering play. That one the other way. Johnson. The throw to first. That's the 3rd out. Inning over. Now batting Key Brian Hayes.
1-0.
Hey, we got 2. 2 down.
Bounce to the right. Pickett.
Got him.
On to first. That ends the inning, and they limit. Now it's the second baseman, Joe Pickett. Grounded out his first time up. Step off, throw to first. Back in there standing.
Hey, you can do it. No one better. Let's go.
Swings through that
Good
one.
pitch.
0-1.
Knowing that the
Pitch.
pitcher wants a ground ball double play opportunity here, you've got to lay off pitches down in the zone. Right there, swinging at that pitch, that's a no-no.
The Giants still looking for their first hit in this one. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
You could see he was trying to stay back long enough to handle the off-speed pitch, but just a little tardy on the fastball.
Kicks and deals. Look out!
You hit him.
And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. So 2 down. Henry Patton, the next Pirate to hit. 1 for 2. Up the middle. Pickett.
Got him.
Out number 3.
Let's go.
No runs, no hits, no error. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Joe Pickett. He's 0 for 1. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. One left. One out, base is empty. Jesus Sanchez.
The next to hit. Ball.
The 1-2. Smoked on the ground to second. Gets it to first, and there's 2 down. Here's Oneil Cruz. 1 home run shy of 200 for his career. To the right side. Tosses to first. That's out number 3. 3 up, 3 down. Endy Rodriguez now at the plate. The tying run at the plate. Rolled over to third. Quick feed to second for 1. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
I think there's always something pretty about watching a 5.
Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. Swinging a foul straight back. Right-handed reliever. And now it's even up. Move to first. And he's back in safely.
Hey, one time, right now. Here we go.
And a pitch. And another ball.
2 balls, a mistake.
Hey, your pitch right here.
Lifted in the air, right field. Patton makes the grab, and that's the inning. So the Giants leave 1. 6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
No errors. They left.
From Oracle. So 2 down, and now the catcher comes up to hit. Henry Davis. 1 for 3 in the game back on Sunday. Bounced out to short. Luciano. Tosses across to first. They limit the damage here. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Joe Pickett. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Henry Davis getting ready to hit.
Hey, nobody out now.
Hit on the ground, might be 2. Waylock over to second, and they get him easily at first. It's a double play.
This is important. If he can go 1, 2, 3 here, will be a big.
Here's the second baseman, Joe Pickett. 0 for 1 so far. And that one wrapped foul.
All over the first pitch fastball right there, but just a little bit out front. Got to let it travel just a bit more.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck.
Get up and get gone. Get up and get gone. Let's go.
It is gone.
Let's go. Turbo time.
He flexes his power with that swing, and they cut into the deficit. It's 5-3.
Let's go.
Just barely got that one out of here, and you gotta love the effort in left to try and bring it back. He had a good shot at it, just couldn't quite pull it off. It would have been a stunner if he did.
It was gone before he even jumped.
So digging in, Joe Pickett. He's already homered in this game.
Over the wall.
And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Clearly, he hasn't had it in this game, and looks like sooner than later, they're going to have to go to the bullpen.
And the 1-0. Line drive. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So they pick up a... Ryan Reynolds here.
Hey, we got no one.
Martin back to work. Bounced up the middle. And it gets by him.
Alright, we'll get a double play.
So next to the plate for
8-7.
Pittsburgh, Tucupita Marcano. The wind of the pitch. Right side, hard hit. Whips it to first. And there are
Let's
2
go.
outs. And now, Danny Felch. 0-2 now. Swing and a ball popped up. Pickett brings it in with a nice running grab. Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. He's already homered here in this one. In the air out to center. Reynolds makes a nice running catch.
He didn't even know where that baseball was.
And a final,
Didn't he look like he
8-7.
almost
For
lost
Chris
that
Singleton
baseball
and our
game?
entire crew here at MLB The Show,
I
thanks for
don't
stopping
even know
by.
where it
I'm
was.
John Shambi. Talk to you soon. And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us. Major League Baseball on tap. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the San Francisco Giants.
In the rain. It's
And
raining.
we'll be back with the first pitch right after. Here's David Fletcher. Good defender. He's been inconsistent
thunder.
offensively. Ground ball right side.
Got him.
Slings to first. Fletcher retired.
Batting third.
Now it's the second baseman, Joe Pickett. Homered in the ball game yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base
Base
hit.
hit.
Throw stops the lead runner at second. 2 on and 2 out.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
So now here's the DH, Danny Felch. First time up was a pop out. On the ground, right side. Tosses to first, and that will end the inning. So 1 gone with a runner at third. Now batting Ke'Bryan Hayes. Worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. 2-2. On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first. Now 2 away as they get a run across. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Joe Pickett. Single to right at his first trip. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Line drive, base hit, right center field. Around first, digging for 2. Throws to second. Safe at second with nobody out, and he represents the tying run.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And now the right fielder, David Fletcher. The 0-2. Bounce to the left side. Dive, and he's got it. The feed for 1. A sensational double play.
Well, those guys made that double play look so easy, but it was far.
Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. And he hits a ground ball right side.
Bang.
Fires over to Guerrero. Play made. That ends the inning. So the Pirates batting order turns over. And here is Danny Felch. He's already homered in this game.
Yeah.
Roll to short. Possible 2-ball. Feed to second. That's 1.
Let's
How
go.
about that double play?
Let's go.
Well, he made his pitch down in the zone. He got that ball on the ground.
Ke'Bryan Hayes, the next Pirate to hit. 1 for 3.
Dang, yeah.
Double play ball to second. Gathers and throws to first. Got the out.
No, he didn't recognize changeup earlier enough. Got out.
Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Joe Pickett. The pitch. De Los Santos, a former All-Star, 33 years old, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. The 0-1. High fly ball out into left center field. Hauls it in for the out.
Where do you even begin with the talent?
And your final 12-2. And the road team picks up.
Whew.
A coach draws a player's attention to a recent trend in his numbers.
Guys, we're going to play the Oakland A's. I'm still hot, though.
Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Joe Pickett. Mays back to work. Puts it in the air out towards left center. Squeezes it, and there's one away. Now here is Deshaun Knowles, and he's already singled in this game. Rondon back to work. Up the middle, knocks it down.
Well, that grounder up the middle made it a little more challenging.
So up next, Geronimo
I
Jaquez.
tried on that time. I tried.
Left-hand hitter waits.
I
Ground
got it
ball
this
up the
time.
middle. Pickett.
Got him.
Fires over to first. And that is that. One down. And now Joe Pickett. That one's in there, 0-1. Slider misses outside.
Off the plate.
Righty delivers. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Hey, let her fly. Let her fly right here.
Line, and that's a base hit.
Let's go.
Up next for the Giants, the right fielder.
Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Khalil Watson, 1 for 2.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect label over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
On the ground, right side.
Got him.
Sends it to first. 2 out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 outs, nobody on. And now, Caden Grenier. He's 0 for 1. And he grounds one to the right side. Pickett.
Got him.
The throw to first. That ends the frame. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. Next up for the A's, Geronimo Jaquez.
Geronimo Jaquez.
Ground ball right side.
Got him.
Fires to first. Out to escape a bases loaded jam. At the plate, Joe Pickett.
2-0.
The pitch. In the air, right field. Jaquez makes the grab, and there's one down.
Well, on the mound, very.
Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit.
You're gonna walk me.
Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base
Are
to
you
end the
scared?
inning. How big a deal
Are you
is
scared?
that?
You didn't do anything. You still lost.
Our final line score tonight. First for the
He was scared. That's why they put me on base on a tensor walk. When they tensor walk me, I feel like they're scared.
So 2 down, and up next for
They're
the
scared. They're
Giants,
afraid to
Joe
lose.
Pickett, 4th on the National League RBI leaderboard. Way inside, gets out of the way.
1 ball, no strike.
Pickoff move to first. Back standing. He's in there safely. The 1-0. Foul back our way, and that's out of play.
I whipped it foul.
Two outs. Strike 2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Now a screamer into the outfield. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Baddoo coming home.
Let's go.
He's in there.
RBI, let's go.
It's 2-1.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Striding to the plate now for Oakland, Phil Diaz. Went down on strikes his first time through.
Phil Diaz. Let's go.
2 down, nobody on. Right side.
Got it. Got him.
3rd out. Runner on at first with 1 gone.
I like the way you do that right
and
there.
now
Right
Joe
there.
Pickett doubled in his first
yes,
AB.
sir. I like the way you do that right there.
And there's a ball. Pickett goes 5 feet 11 inches, batting in the cleanup spot. And he's a former National League Gold Glover. In the air, right side of the infield. Grenier under it. Puts the squeeze on it, and there's 2 away. Now the Giants 4-hitter, Joe Pickett. 1 for 2 with an RBI double back in the first. And a foul ball.
Well, these Giants need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just 1 extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the...
Oh, and a nice sliding stop. Nicely done for the out.
Dang.
Now batting.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Joe Pickett. 1 for 3.
Can we get it? Can we get it?
And a
Base
seed
hit.
into center.
Let's go.
That's a base hit. Lead runner makes the turn at second. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Right there, he does a great job of staying in the big part of the field. Man, there are a lot of hits there.
The right fielder.
I almost hit that pitcher.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
So 2 down, Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. 4th on the National League home run leaderboard. Up the middle. On to first, and that will end the inning. Here's Logan Davidson. 2 for 7 in the series so far. 1 down, base is empty. To the right side, Pickett. Gets it to first. 2 away. Deshaun Knowles up next for the A's. 1 for 1 so far today with a solo homer in his first at bat. Kicks and fires. Out to short. They take the force out, and the inning is over. Base is empty, 1 away. Joe Pickett will hit next. Going 1.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these guys are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Hot shot to third.
Dang.
Throw on to Torkelson, and that is out number 2. Here's the second baseman, Joe Pickett. Down the line towards the corner, Callaway on the move to the right, makes the grab, and there's 1 down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay close.
Logan Davidson digs in now. On the ground, right side.
Got him.
Tosses to first. And a quick out, number 1. Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. And a swing and a miss.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Baddoo leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Now he steps out of the box as he asks for time. That misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
I always remember watching Johan Santana pitch, and when he was in his prime, you would see a lot of guys out in front, right-handers pulling.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Banks off the wall. Throw cut off to second, and he's in there as a run scores.
He was all over that one. Just missed out on a home run right there, but he certainly hit it hard enough. Just didn't have the right launch angle to carry it over the wall, but still an excellent swing of the bat. Well, the goal when you go on the road is to at least play 500.
At least instead of losing 4-0, we lost 4-1. I would lose 4-1 than 4-zip. What happened? Alright, we're going to San Diego against the Padres. Let's see what we can do against San Diego.
And digging in for San Francisco, Joe Pickett. Skubal back to work. Fly ball center field. Carlson racing after it.
Base hit.
He can't get there. It's a base hit.
Hitting is really easy for some guys. One thing that I can see already, his bat stays in the zone.
They were playing so far back, that's why it was a base hit.
Guys like that, they have a high contact rate and they have more barrels.
Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Joe Pickett. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1. Pickett in his 5th season batting in the cleanup spot, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. The pitch. Foul ball, still 0-2.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch, keep the at-bat alive.
Here's the 0-2. The other way. Makes the grab on the run. That's out number 2. Base is empty with 2 away. And here's the first baseman, Andrew Vaughn. He's 0 for 1. Next pitch is popped up.
I got it, I got it, I got it.
Pickett makes the catch, inning over. 3 up, 3 down. And up next for San Francisco, Joe Pickett, 1 for 2. Fastball right back to the mound. To first, and there's 2 away.
He's been going after these guys.
So digging in now for San Diego, Jackson Merrill.
Oh boy.
The 0-2. On the ground to short. Oh, great stop. The throw. Bliss to second. On to first.
That should have been a double
so they
play.
Get
Come on, Blue.
one, but a really nice try.
Come on, Blue.
So the San Diego batting order turns over. And now it's Alec Bohm. He's already homered here in this one. And a 1-2. On the ground. Pickett.
Got him.
Whips it to first. Gets him easily. Ends the inning. Man in scoring position with 2 away. And the batter now, Joe Pickett. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
August is around the corner.
That one ripped. That's a hit. Gilbert around third.
RBI base hit. Let's go.
Oh, no waiting around right there. He was ready to swing it on the first pitch. Spoiled that backdoor breaking ball perfectly. Stayed tall, didn't lean out towards it, let it get deep, and then just squared it up pretty nicely the opposite way.
Ian Happ up to hit. The Happ Daddy.
Leading up for the Padres, the left fielder, Ian Happ.
Bounce to the right.
He's not no MVP that time. He got thrown out by me.
Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit.
Beautiful swing in his last at bat. Opposite field knock.
Yeah. Yeah.
And first offering is fouled off. Minter, 35 years old, and he was a second-round pick back in 2015. And he'll won. Swinging a foul, pushed off to the right.
Where's the ball boy? There he is.
Going 2 now. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again.
That looked like I fouled that ball off of his arm, didn't it?
Down to their final strike. High fly ball out to center field. Carlson in pursuit. He's got it. Ball game. The Padres take the series opener here at home.
Well, great start to this 4-game series to get the first one at home, but these guys know they've got some work to do because they could easily drop the next 3 if they're not careful.
Now it's the second baseman, Joe Pickett, 3rd in the NL in RBIs this year. In the air, center field. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Here's Bobby Dahlbeck. Went deep in the ball game last night. The 0-2. On the ground right side, and that one handled over to first. Inning over. One hit in the inning, a solo homer. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Joe Pickett. 0 for 1 with a flyout. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
He really committed to that fastball up at the top of the zone. He knows that if he makes a mistake in the zone, it gets hit hard by a power guy like this. That's a nice miss right there.
And that's a fair ball. Makes the turn and heads for second.
Easy double, baby. Let's go.
Pulls him off the bag.
Turned on it nicely. Definitely a little out in front of the pitch, but he didn't hook around it too much and was able to keep it fair down the line.
Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Joe Pickett. Pickett in his 5th season, 24 years old, and he's a former Gold Glove Award winner. And it's fouled away.
Well, these Giants doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. They've done a great job finding holes in the defense. Exactly half of their hits have come off the bat less than 90 miles per hour. So the ball isn't exactly jumping off the lumber, but they're finding a way to make it work.
And it's caught for the out.
Now batting.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
Foul ball.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Here comes the 0-1. Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. Giants leave them loaded as they hold on to a 4-1 lead.
That third baseman was right there, too.
And now it's Brandon Lowe. Bennett back to work. Well, with the shift on, hits right into it. Slings to first, and they get the leadoff hitter in the 7th.
Now batting, The catcher.
Bryant Packard now at the plate. Puts a bunt down right side. Shiner. And they put the tag on him for the out. 6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
First for the victorious Giants. 6 runs on 14 hits.
Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Joe Pickett. Carries the 8th best batting average in the National League entering play. On a line, base hit.
Base hit. Let's go.
Well, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Best mode, go to second pick for a boss spot.
Here's Christian Arroyo. Hitless of 4 at-bats yesterday.
Arroyo.
Here's 0-1. Bounce back to the mound. In plenty of time to first. Quick recovery from the misplay pays off for the out.
I play right to the shot.
And here's the catcher, Luis Campusano.
So that's good.
And the pitch. Hard hit right side. Throws to first. That's out number 1. And a run comes in to score. And up next for the Giants, Joe Pickett. Singled and scored his first time. Rolled to short, could be 2. Kim tossed to second. What a double play that was. Inning over. 1 hit. Now it's the second baseman, Joe Pickett. Singled and scored back in the first. He's 1 for 2.
Boss mode, how you doing, buddy?
Swing and a miss. Slider right there. Swings through that one.
Very well executed changeup right there. If he can command the fastball consistently, that's going to be an important pitch in terms of him turning this outing around.
Next offering is fouled back. The pitch. Foul ball. It stays 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. Up and
Too high.
in. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
Too high.
And a swing and a miss. Good job at damage control right there.
He put that ball
So
right
two away
there.
with nobody on. Now the third baseman, Ramon Urias. And a pitch.
Oh, goodness.
Hit weakly on the ground. Pickett.
Got him.
Sends it to first. And that is the inning. Nothing doing there for. Well, 1-run game. Here's the catcher, Luis Campusano. 1 for 2. The tying run at the plate. And here's a slow roller. Pickett. Tosses to first. And the leadoff hitter set down to open the 7th. This is Dylan Carlson. And now the 0-1. Smoked on the ground a second. And now 2 gone.
Now back.
Joe Pickett getting ready to hit. 1 for 3. Next offering, pop foul off to the right out of play. And the righty deals. And fouled off. Battling here as he fouls it away. And the right-hander deals.
I'll take
Line
that base
drive,
hit.
base hit.
Well, that was an important at-bat in this game, so a great job there stepping up to the challenge. Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field, so that definitely felt good.
2 outs, bases full. Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit.
He was the big part of the field last time. Nice liner to center.
Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field. Pat puts the squeeze on that one, and that'll end the inning. So
And then we lost again.
The final line score for our ball game tonight. For the victorious
Jeez.
San Diego Padres.
We get good enough, and then the Padres, they still find a way to win.
from Petco Park in downtown San Diego, an NL West matchup on the show. It's the San Francisco Giants and the San Diego Padres. Now the Giants 4-hitter, Joe Pickett. What a season it's been for him. He has supplied a lot of power and that average. Pitch misses, and that's ball 1. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
At the belt and fires.
Dang.
Gonzalez glides to his left. Puts the squeeze on that one. And there's one away. Andrew Vaughn now, 4th on the batting average leaderboard in the National League. The pitch. Luciano flips to second.
Let's go. Nice
on
double
the first
play.
double
Let's go.
play.
Batting fourth.
So 1 out, nobody on. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Joe Pickett. And first offering is fouled off. Pickett goes 5 feet 11 inches, 24 years old, and he's a former Silver Slugger recipient in the National League.
Not a swing you want to watch again.
And the 0-2.
Put it in.
That one hit to right.
There we go.
He
No,
makes
that's
the
still,
catch,
he still
and there's
caught
2
it.
down.
That
Here's
was
Bobby
a
Dahlbeck.
rocket.
Grounded out his
let's
first
get
time.
in out. Please
Here's the
hit it to
2-2.
me. Thank
And he
you.
hits a ground ball right side.
Got him.
The throw to first, and that is the inning. 1 hit, 1 left. Here's the second baseman, Joe Pickett. Sanchez back to work. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, you got to give him credit out there on the mound. This outing started off a little shaky, but he's found a way to settle in and turn this into a pretty good start. Kind of shows you a lot about his mental makeup as a pitcher.
And no one can get there. Around first, heading for 2.
Easy
He makes
double.
it safely with a leadoff double in the 6th.
Drove that ball nicely, put a great swing on it, and it jumped off his bat. Kind of put it all together there, and he's rewarded with the double.
And up next for San Francisco, Joe Pickett.
Hey, your turn. Drop him in.
Ground ball right side, could be 2. To second, that's 1. And that's 2. And this one ends with a final score of 6.
We got swept by the Padres. My goodness. Not looking too good right now. Not looking too good right now. Kansas City Royals. Dang, they're a good team too. Dang, we got our hands full.
So 2 down, and digging in for San Francisco, Joe Pickett. That's to third.
Jeez.
Beatty to first, and that is that. 1 away, runners at first and third. Standing in is the power hitting second baseman, Joe Pickett. He's 0 for 1. First offering misses the mark.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
The next offering misses. Now 2-0.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
That one the other way. That's a hit.
Let's go.
And they'll score first. It's 1-0. Throw comes in and holds the runner at third. They're at the corners now with still only one away.
I'll tell you, man, it's such a good feeling when you smoke a line drive into the gap like that. I mean, sure, home runs are king, but I feel like nothing makes you feel like a true professional.
Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Joe Pickett.
Showed a really nice opposite field approach in his last at bat.
The big lefty turns, kicks, deals. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Pickett in his 5th season, 24 years old, and he's a former National League Gold Glover. Swing and a pop-up, foul out of play off to the right side. That'll find the stands. Here's the 0-2. The other way, jumps, but it's off his glove. Now he gets it to the pitcher covering the bag, and that's out number 1 on a tough play.
The first baseman, Jake Shiner.
Now it's Brendan Rodgers.
Like that, but okay.
And here it comes. Ripped on the ground to second.
Got him.
Fires over to first. And that ends the inning. Runner at first with 2 away. Joe Pickett will hit next. 1 for 3. And the first pitch misses for ball 1.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Here's a high fly ball out to center.
Dang, he caught
and makes the grab. And that's the inning. Brett Baty digs in now.
I don't like this game right now. We were winning and winning. We got on a hot streak of winning, and now all of a sudden we're on a losing streak now.
And he grounds one to the right side. Gets it to first. Play is made, 2 out. And to the plate for Kansas City, Marco Melendez. 1 for 2. Here comes a pitch.
Marco
Bounce to the right side.
Got him.
Pickett.
Easy play. Got
Whips it to first on the run. And that's the 3rd out. And up next for the Giants, Joe Pickett.
2 outs, bases are loaded.
Ball 1, no strikes.
This is the guy they turn to get the most important outs of the ball game, but they're going to make him work to get this save.
That one down the line, and that's just foul. Waylock on second. Matos at first. 2 out of the inning. Next one misses, and that's ball 2.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Is he gonna?
All loaded up, dangerous hitter at the plate. Swung on, belted. Bellinger on the move.
Get up, get going.
Back some more. Still going back. And that'll do it. The Royals take the series opener here at home. 6-3 our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying
I got denied like always in this game.
1 down. Now it's the second baseman, Joe Pickett.
Yeah, my
4th in the National League home run leaderboard. Line into left center, base hit.
Let's go. I have to get it up right there. Let's go.
Not sure if too many people have been paying attention to it quite yet, Singy, but that extends his hit streak to 11 now.
Well, I know he knows about it, even if a lot of our viewers don't. And this is when it's clear it's no fluke. 11 games in a row.
So 2 on with 2 away. Joe Pickett now at the plate. 1 for 1 with a single so far. This to center field.
Yeah.
Bellinger drifts towards it. And that is that.
They catch everything, don't they?
2 outs, runner at first. Marco Melendez steps in for the Royals. Out to short. To first, and he beats it. Everyone's safe.
I don't know why he did not go
Joe
with the
Pickett
first.
getting ready to hit. Mazzucato back to work. Swings and misses. And that is strike 1.
On the mound, he had a little trouble back in the first, but it's been a different story the rest of the way. Really settled into this outing nicely.
Nicely. There
That's
we go.
ripped. Base hit.
I'll take the base hit.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Well, 1-run game. Now the Giants 4-hitter, Joe Pickett.
Hey, let it rip. One
Thinking you
time.
can't ask for anything more. This
Hey,
guy checks
Sylvie,
all
how
the
you
boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate
3-1-3,
professional.
how you
It
doing,
doesn't
buddy?
just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares and gets ready for the ball game. I tell you what, his teammates feed off of the leadership that he shows on and off the field.
No trouble here. Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. Left-hand batter waits. On the ground, out to short.
I'm good.
Safe. He beats it.
Man, he should have been out.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk. The tying run at the plate. On the ground, right side. Pickett.
Got him.
In plenty of time to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
First baseman, number 9, Luis.
Are you playing a season?
Now it's Brendan Rodgers.
No, I'm playing career mode. I play Road to the Show. So that number 15
Runner
that you
leads
see on
away
the
at
screen,
second.
that's me.
Up
Throwing
the
these
middle.
ground balls. Got him.
Tosses to first. And there's 2 away.
First of all, that's just a nice job to even get to that ball, and then even more impressive was the throw.
I
here's the
am in a
catcher,
season,
Alejandro
but
Kirk.
I'm playing my career mode.
2 on, 1 out. Up the middle. Into the outfield, base hit.
I don't get there in time.
Around from second is the tying run. It's 2-2.
Huge moment for him and his team, Boog. You know, some guys just grip it a bit
lost.
too tight in a big spot like this, having a chance to tie it up in the bottom of the 9th. But he didn't let the moment get to him. Comes up with the RBI knock, and now he's giving his teammates a chance to walk this thing off.
Here's the Royals' designated hitter, Cy Perez. 7th right now and runs batted in the American League.
Cry Paris. And he just bunted.
And that bunted towards first. They put the tag on him, and that's out number 2.
Nice play
Here's
by
the
the
second
first
baseman,
baseman.
Joe Pickett. 3 for 9 of the series coming in. Chop to third. Throw off line. He's
yes,
safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. Joe Pickett will hit next. He's 0 for 1. Pitch misses inside. 1-0.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boog.
The 1-0. Ground ball left side, could be 2. Flips it over to Rodgers. And that's 2. 2 runs, 3 hits, no errors. Back to the top of the lineup, Hiroshi Ishii steps in for the Royals.
That's kind of a funny name.
Right side. Pickett.
Got him.
Gathers and throws to first. 2 away.
Good fade and sinking action of that change.
And digging in for San Francisco, Joe Pickett.
I'm 0 for 2.
Foul ball there. Pickett goes 5 feet 11 inches, 24 years old, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. Next offering misses, and the count even 1-1.
Too high. Outside.
And that's outside.
Oh man, he's throwing everything, isn't he?
And a 2-1 on the way. And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Olivares makes the grab for the second out.
Why not? They catch everything, don't they?
Bellinger up to hit. And there's a hit. Heading for the plate. The throw home. The run comes in from second. It's 4-3. Well, he delivers. Dylan Dingler steps in for the Royals.
Like I can play like every part of the field. I can't.
Right side, hard hit.
Let's go.
Whips it to first. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting.
Here's a cleanup hitter for the Giants, Joe Pickett. And this is very likely the last chance he gets to keep his hitting streak alive. Stops it on a slide.
Oh, wow.
Throw to first. It's there, and that's a great play.
Well, a really nice 3-game home series sweep.
This manager looks to get his team's offense producing more consistently.
It's Colorado.
So 2 down, and next will be the cleanup hitter, Joe Pickett, 4th on the National League RBI leaderboard. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field.
Oh,
it gets down, a base hit.
I'll take it.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely.
David Paniagua digging in for the Rockies.
David Paniagua.
Puts a bunt down. Shiner. They get the tag on him, and that's the second out. Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit, and he's already singled in this game. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Pickett in his 5th season batting in the cleanup spot, and he won the Silver Slugger at his position in the National League last year. Fought off foul. Tied up here in the early going. Bounced, and that got the pitcher.
Beat it
on
up.
to first. Out on a bang play, but he made it close.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get.
Next for Colorado, Byron Ingram.
Like I was
1
safe,
for 2.
but okay.
Kicks and deals. On the ground, right side, Pickett.
Got him.
Tosses to first. 3rd out, and that ends the frame. 1 hit in the inning, a solo homer. Last half of the man at first. Now it's the second baseman, Joe Pickett.
1 for 2. Go.
First pitch doesn't find the zone.
Well, the game plan for this offense has been pretty clear. They're being aggressive at the plate, but still finding ways to pick their spots without falling into the habit of being over aggressive. 5 hits for.
And it gets by him. Throw into third.
Let's go.
Just kept it simple. Played Pepper with the middle of the inning.
David Paniagua digging in for the Rockies. Martin back to work. To the right side.
Got him.
To first. Now one gone in the top of the 6th. So first and second with one man gone. And up next for the Giants, Joe Pickett. And that one fouled off.
Have a rip. Here you go.
0-2 now. High fly ball, right field. Montgomery under it. He's got it. And there's 2 away.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but competitor like him.
So in now for Colorado, Alex Battle.
Everything's a waste, isn't it? Because they're not giving me my pitch. That's why.
Up the middle, Pickett.
Got him.
That's the first out, the top of the 7th. Here's Colorado's DH, Alex Battle.
Hey, 2-ball right here. Come on now.
And he deals. Ground ball could be 2. Pickett. The throw to second, throw to first, but he beat it. Now the Giants 4-hitter, Joe Pickett. The wind of the pitch. That one fouled off.
Well, it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
Ripped to short. Sends it across to first. And that's one away as the leadoff man. And your final 10-7. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Sciambi. Thanks for joining us. Alex Battle digging in for the Rockies.
Jeez.
And now the lefty. Line drive, base hit.
Back-to-back base hits. I love that.
And digging in for San Francisco, Joe Pickett comes into this one with the 7th best batting average in the NL.
Something right here.
Maybe a 2-ball. 5, 4, 3, and they turn the double play.
That was a much-needed.
Next to hit for the Rockies, Buster Nix. A walk and a run scored his first time. Grounded to third, could be 2. There's 1, and that's 2.
This game.
And now here is Joe Pickett. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, these Giants just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
Come on, kids. See and drive.
The 1-1.
2-1.
Hard hit left side. Zips it to first, and 1 gone to the 4th as they get the leadoff man. 1 out, base is empty. Here's the second baseman, Joe Pickett.
Can we turn on the ball?
And there's a foul ball. Pickett, a former Gold Glove winner, 24 years old, and he was a 3rd-round pick in 2023. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, nice play. Gathers and throws, and they get the out.
Well, you can see right there, he looks very comfortable going to.
So digging in, Matt Mervis.
They can't even.
And a pitch.
Hey, serious?
On the ground, the second might be 2. Good feed. That's 1. Not in time at first. It's a fielder's choice. Joe Pickett, the next Giant to hit. Outfield deep here, trying to prevent anything over their heads. That one out to right. Siani on the move. Flashes the leather on the run and catch. And a couple of quick outs. 5-1 is how it ends. And the
jeez. Oh. Guys, I appreciate the love, the support. Thank you all for coming to my Turbo Boy 98 stream. I am Turbo Boy 98. I am signing off. You guys have a great Sunday, and I hope to see you guys tomorrow. If not, you guys have a great Monday. Have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you all tomorrow.